Hello everyone, welcome to the channel. In today's video we are going to look at brooding and rearing turkey chicks. It's important to note that brooding and rearing turkey chicks require careful attention to their environmental needs, nutrition, health. So basically in today's video we're going to diverge more into how you can brood your turkey chicks. Important to note is that the brooding stage is usually from 0 to 8 weeks, and here you need to basically do a brooder setup. Set up a clean and well ventilated brooder with adequate space. It's important to note that turkeys basically need more space compared to chicken, so you need to plan accordingly. Secondly, use a brooder lamp to provide supplemental heat and adjust the height to maintain the temperature of around 95 degrees Fahrenheit or 35 degrees Celsius initially, and then you can decrease it by 5 degrees Fahrenheit or 2.5 degrees Celsius each week until you basically reach room temperature. The other important thing is the bedding material that you use in the breeder. It's important to note that you should provide a clean and dry bedding material such as wood shavings to ensure that it is not too slippery, as the turkeys can develop leg issues. The third aspect is feeding. Make sure you use a high quality turkey starter feed with around 28 to 30% of protein. Provide unlimited access to the feed to the chicks within the first 8 weeks. And also ensure that the feed is free from contamination and is stored properly. The other important aspect is water. Make sure you offer clean and fresh water at all times to your poults. Use shallow waterers to prevent drowning, and make sure that the water is not too cold. Usually if the water cans deep, there is a possibility of your chicks drowning, and therefore you would have losses. So make sure that the waterers are shallow and easy for your poults to be able to access. The other important aspect is the space requirement. It's important to at least have 3 to 4 square feet of space per each turkey chick to prevent crowding. It's also important to provide hiding spots or shelters to give chicks a sense of security. It's also important to note that overcrowding can actually lead to stress, and as a result it can also result into mortality. Another important aspect is the lighting. It's important to maintain a consistent light dark cycle. Use a brooder light to provide at least a 24-hour light source during the first week, and then you can gradually reduce it to 16 hours of light by the end of the brooding cycle. Key to note is basically brooding is for about 8 weeks. The other important aspect is health, and therefore monitoring the health of your poults. It's important to note that you need to regularly observe your turkey chicks for signs of illness, stress, and abnormalities. And whenever you identify the sick ones, it's very important that you isolate them and give them adequate care and treatment. It's also important to isolate the weak chicks when identified, such that you provide them with adequate feeding and care to enable them be able to catch up with the rest of your other poults. So the next question is after 8 weeks, what next? So basically your poults will need to transition from the starter to growers stage. And here you need to do a gradual transition. So you will basically need to gradually reduce the brooder temperature as the chicks grow feathers and become more efficient in providing themselves with warmth. By 8 weeks, they should have acclimatized to the environment, and the brooder lights can be switched off. The other important aspect is to transition to growers feed. So it's very important that you switch your turkeys from starter feed to growers feed, which is actually slightly lower in protein content of around 20 to 24%. Maintain the provision of clean and fresh water at all times to basically facilitate their faster growth. During the growers stage, it's important to allow your turkeys gradual access to outdoor. This will basically ensure that your turkeys are exposed to natural sunlight. But also, as you do this, make sure that the outdoor access is secure and predator free. We certainly know that exposure to sunlight is very vital for the health and growth of your turkeys, enabling them access to vitamin D. Another important feature that you need to take care of is the space requirement. It's important to note that as your turkeys grow, they certainly need more space. So in the growers stage, you will need to provide about 5 to 10 square feet of space for each of your turkeys. So certainly make sure you have sufficient space to accommodate the numbers that you have. The other important thing that you need to do is to basically provide roosting facilities during the growers stage. It's important that you introduce roosts and perches for your turkeys to perch on. Provide enough space for all your turkeys to roost comfortably. This will basically ensure that your turkeys are free from stress, and this will enable them to grow fast. Just like in the brooding stage, in the growers phase, you certainly need also to continue monitoring the health of your turkeys to ensure that they grow well. Make sure you follow the recommended vaccination schedules and consult with the veterinary doctor as and when it is needed. It's also important to prepare for harvesting where applicable. For example, if you're raising turkeys for meat, plan for processing of the appropriate age, and make sure you follow humane and ethical processing practices. It is therefore important to note that certainly your turkeys will be of market age and size at about 20 weeks of age. In conclusion, therefore, it's important for you to remember that patience and attention to detail are very key when it comes to successful turkey farming. If you found this video helpful, don't forget to give it a thumbs up and subscribe to the channel for more content. Thank you.